Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Joy of Sticks. Stickhead here with your Atari ST gaming channel. And well, just recently we've been playing some sensible software games. We played a bit of Whizball, we played a bit of WizKid, so I thought let's carry on the trend and play some more. Now, quite a lot of comments on those Whizball and WizKid videos were about just how great Sensible were, and those are quite strange games. And somebody mentioned, I can't remember who it was, I do apologise. Somebody said how Sensible just cater for everybody. There's a brilliant game for you out there made by Sensible somewhere. So I thought I'd give this a go. Now, I've not played a ton of Cannon Fodder. I've played it before. Played it mostly on an Amiga, actually, at my friend's house. So it'll be interesting to see what the SD version's like. Now, oh, just listen to that iconic music there. Similarly to WizKid, this music's by Richard Joseph. Absolute banger. Nice bit of 90s reggae there. Anyway, yeah, this game sees itself as a bit of a satire, really, you know, by juxtaposing the whole vicious war thing with some humour and some fun. And indeed, this tagline, "War has never been so much fun," it drew a lot of criticism, really, and Virgin Interactive, bless them, leaned heavily into that, showcasing the game at a press event on Remembrance Day, and obviously the use of the poppy and stuff like that. The Royal British Legion were not happy. They took particular offence at the use of the poppy, I think. And Virgin later removed the poppy from the box and from adverts and things like that, but here it still is on the title screen. And of course, the Conservative press jumped on it big time in order to inflate the outrage and sell more papers. Ugly stuff, really. But I tell you what, at the time, I thought it was pretty much just a load of fuss about nothing. But I don't know, these days, looking back, it gives me a bit of 20/20 hindsight, and maybe I'm a bit more mature and I can think about these things in a more balanced way. But I can kind of see both sides of the argument, really. You know, the game definitely has an anti-war message. Sometimes it's a bit clumsy, like, you know, the manuals. It's a bit, I don't know, ill-conceived, puerile, and stuff like that. And like that press event on Armistice Day is just, no, not a good idea. But then at other times the game is really clever. I mean, there's a part of the game called Boot Hill where you recruit new recruits, and they're literally lining up down the road next to the cemetery where old soldiers are being buried. And it does have some clever moments like that. But really, it's just that over-reactionary response from the British media, as always. It kind of has echoes of the Life of Brian controversy in lots of ways. And that's what I really don't like, is that kind of, you know, publications like the Daily Star and the Daily Mail, they just get on their high horses, don't they? And they give it a self-righteous kind of, we speak for the people kind of outrage, and it's just, no, it's just ugly. And it is a very sensitive topic for a lot of people, and it wasn't really dealt with in a very empathetic and thoughtful manner by the team promoting the game. Yeah, and this isn't really a piece of art that we're talking about, is it? It's a video game. It's a piece of commercial software that was designed to make money. So yeah, I think they could have been a bit more sensitive about it at the time. And it was set to be one of the biggest selling games of the year. I don't know if it actually was, but I'm sure it made a lot of money for Virgin Interactive and for Sensible Software. But yeah, again, Daily Star fanning the flames of public outrage, just annoying. It's quite ironic, really, seeing as this is one of the few games where actually the soldiers that die permanently, and that loss is actually commemorated in the game, as I said, through this cemetery, rather than most games about war these days where it's just faceless protagonists killing faceless enemies and thousands upon thousands of deaths and nothing is ever said about them. So it's quite ironic that this game that actually deals with things a little bit more sensitively is the one that inflamed the outrage quite so much. Anyway, that's enough about me jabbering on. Let's have a go at the game, shall we? I don't know if it was revolutionary at the time. There were some similar games like this back then, but not quite like this in such a neat package. You know, there were some games that were mouse driven. Oh, insert this too. Hang on. There we go. And there were some games that were mouse driven, some games that had this kind of top down perspective of a more strategic kind of gameplay, but not in this kind of, it's just, you'll see, it melds, if you haven't seen it before, I'd imagine most people have, it kind of melds that strategy and arcade gameplay into one neat package, which is really nice. Alright, mission 1, it's a jungle out there. Briefing, kill all enemy. Can do. Does it want me to press something here, or are we alright? I think we're alright. Alright. With 2 soldiers you must kill all enemy. 13 recruits remaining, go for it. Pardon me. Yeah, so it's really, really funny. Well, I've just put my hand on the mouse and instantly my left hand like rests on WASD. WASD are not going to do anything, no. So yeah, basically you control this with the mouse. You click with the left mouse button to move your soldiers, and obviously they move towards the mouse pointer, and then you click with your right mouse button to tell them to fire, and that's it. Really, really simple. Obviously there's a bit more to the game that comes later, but that's how accessible it is, and I think that's part of why it was such a big hit, that you know, you pick up your mouse and away you go. You're playing a strategy game. Not many strategy games you can say that about. Okay, mission 2, phase 1 of 2, bridge over the River Pie. Nice pun there. Briefing, kill all enemy. Same as before. Now obviously it starts super easy. I mean, did those enemies even fire back? I don't think they did. So here we go. We don't seem to be getting the boot camp, or rather boot hill. I wonder if that's because this is a cracked version, or maybe it's because there isn't a boot hill on the ST version. I don't know, but on the Amiga version there was the boot hill. I mean, and that's the quite cool bit. That's the sensitive, interesting bit. But no, it seems to be missing for one reason or another. Now, another thing that's missing. Did you see that? Ooh, flip scrolling. So the vertical scrolling is nice and smooth, just like it was on the Amiga, and kind of follows your mouse and your characters. Very, very nicely done. But then the horizontal scrolling here, blip, is just a jump. Flick. Oh, so that's not good, is it? That's not good. Obviously they were struggling to get the 8-way scrolling. Oh no, it's not nice when things like that happen either. So yeah, that's a bit of a letdown. Is that everyone? Oh no, here comes some more. And you've got to be careful when you're in the river, because once you reach a certain depth, your characters can no longer fire. Alright, any more geezers down here? Some wading in the water there. Here we go. And another one behind the clump of trees there. Is that it? No? Okay. We'll keep searching. Have you noticed the way that you can just repeatedly shoot the dead bodies on the ground? Really grim. Really grim. Phase complete. Okay, bring on phase 2. So yeah, it's just a great game. Like I say, it's instantly accessible. You know, you can just sit down, start playing, move around, start shooting stuff. But then later on the missions get more complicated and you have to split off into 2 platoons and do some pincer movement type stuff, and you have to extract hostages and things like that. So yeah, very, very good. Okay, this time we've got to trash the enemy HQ, so we might get to use some explosives. Now, 27 recruits remaining. That's kind of your lives in a way. So we've got all those troops who can come and take over from these guys. But the issue is, like, every time you complete a mission or a phase, I don't know if it's a phase or a complete mission, but your characters become more battle hardened and they gain ranks. And you can see over on the left hand side here, there are some ranks here. Don't ask me what the ranks are, I have no idea. But basically they start as privates and then maybe lieutenants is next. And they slowly work their way up the ranks. And as they rank up, they can shoot further and shoot more accurate. Whoa, this guy actually shot in my direction. It's the first time an enemy's done that. But yeah, one shot is all it takes to kill your characters, and once they're dead, they are dead. That is that. And you have to recruit some more. But obviously you're recruiting green, fresh from the barracks troops, and you know, so they start at the lowest possible base here. I must miss that enemy then. I thought he was one of us. Sneaky what's it? That's the problem when everyone wears green, right? Couldn't it be like Star Wars and they wear bright white? It'd be a lot easier. Alright, so I don't think I started this round with any... Who's shooting at me now? With any explosives. So I'm gathering that we'll need to pick some up at some point. And no, you can't shoot the birds. Only human beings shall be slaughtered. Oh, there we go. Oh, I thought I was about to lose someone then. Maybe I need to be a little bit more cautious. Okay, some barrels up here. Is this the enemy? It is the enemy base. Okay. Still don't have explosives. Maybe if I shoot the barrels, will they explode? Oh, yep, they will. There we go. Oh my word! The door flew off. The door flew off and hit one of my men. That was not good. Is that all the enemies? There we go, mission complete. But one man down, and like I say, that's permanent. He's gone. He is gone. Who did we lose? I didn't even check the poor guy's name. And without Boot Hill on this version, we're just not going to know. We're not going to know. Just a faceless soldier. Okay, mission 3. Bugger me, it's cold. Phase 1 of 1. Briefing: kill all enemy, destroy enemy buildings. So quite similar to the last round. With 4 soldiers, you must kill all enemy, destroy enemy buildings. 40 recruits remaining. That's a lot of recruits. Alright, we're in. Change of scenery. And yes, bugger me, it's cold. Can I shoot this guy from here? I can. I don't have any explosives again. I remember right, the manual says you hold left and then click, sorry, hold the right mouse button and then click no, you don't want to stand right in the doorway where they're coming out, guys. Come on. Where's your tactics? Okay, I seem to be... Oh, I was about to say I seem to be stuck on this ridge, but I don't think I am. There we go. Okay. Yeah, as you can see there, we've got a couple of recruits here, RJ and Ubik. They're still privates. And as a result, they're not particularly great at the old range and accuracy. But luckily, Jules survived the last mission. Oh, here we go. Is that stuff I can pick up? Let's give it a go. I can't. Oh, there we go. Okay. Struggling with mouse accuracy here. Let's pick these bits up as well. These seem to be grenades, and we got tons of grenades now. Alright. Oh, have I lost anyone? No, not yet. Yeah, the flip screen scrolling. Oh, I almost got killed by the door again. Right, I've got to be mindful of that door and that explosion. Right, can I get back up this cliff? Not there, I can't, but I can go this way, I think. So if I head up here, all these guys, I wonder if those barracks just keep churning out men. Seems that way, doesn't it? Must have been cosy in there. Oh dear. Oh, I thought that was the end of Jules there. But we're alright. Now, how am I going to blow this up without blowing up all of my men as well? Let's stand well back. There we go. It seems a bit random where all that explosive stuff goes. I'm not too happy about that. No, don't get too close to it. There we go. Should we see if there's anything down this way? Don't want to miss any buildings. Alright, there was definitely a barracks down here to the left. Let's go and sort that one out. Oh dear, flick screening, not good. Yeah, because your pointer just suddenly flicks from one position to another. There were some more grenades there. Oh, the grenades survived. Did they? Yes, they did. Okay, let's go and get those. Oh no, I'm done. There you go. All the barracks. Fab. How are we doing? Should we do one more? One more mission? Alright, Beachy Head. Here we go. Mission 4, Phase 1 of 4. Destroy enemy buildings again. I wonder if we'll get the rocket launcher this time. Funsies. Okay, here we go. 4 soldiers. Go for it. Alright, we're back in the jungle again. I'm not quite sure where we need to go. Let's try over here. I suppose we've just got to seek out the enemy buildings, really. Don't need to worry about these guys so much. That wasn't one of the mission objectives. So, oh, here we go. Is that an enemy building? It is, but I don't have... It looks very green compared to the others. I'm guessing it's just because we're in the jungle. Oh, hello. Sneaky. I don't... Again, why are they sending me on these missions without explosives? I don't think I can... Can I just shoot the barracks until it explodes? Is that a thing? Doesn't seem to be. Give it 2 more seconds. Nope, okay. So, yeah. We want you to go on this demolitions mission, guys. We're not actually going to give you anything explosive. Maybe if you do a particularly aggressive fart in the direction of the barracks, you'll be able to take it out. Oh, I thought that was an enemy then. It was a bird. Right, this guy's having a swim. Or is that a dead body? Ew. It's not a good idea to swim over to the enemy there, because they will shoot you when you cannot shoot them. Oh, a bit of a jetty, eh? Interesting. Should we have a swim for it, guys? Tell you what though, if I see any enemies, we are hightailing it out of there. Getting out of dodge, as the kids might say these days. There we go, nice. Okay. another barracks, but we still do not have the means to destroy it. I mean, we could go over and prise the bits of wood apart with our hands until eventually there are no barracks left. But think of the splinters. No, come on, let's... Oh! Let's go and see if we can find some grenades. That guy was living a charmed life there, wasn't he? Like Neo from the Matrix. I tell you what, guys, while the action's a bit slow here, treat yourself. Get yourself into that comment section down below and tell me, what was your favourite sensible game? Oh, here we go, grenades. Let's get those. Okay, pro tip. Don't pick up grenades and shoot at the same time. That's a really bad idea. Yeah, I was going to say, wade in down below and let me know what your favourite sensible game is. I'd really like to know. Is it some of the earlier stuff? You know, Microprose Soccer, Whizball, WizKid we played the other day? Or do you like the strategy stuff? Cannon Fodder, Megalomania? Are you... Well, these guys, they don't start at private. That's interesting. There's a guy called Tadger. I think when filling in his army recruitment form, he was having a bit of a laugh. Right, I'm going to go over here first. Oh, I can shoot in the water. Oh, I could. I obviously wasn't quite too deep there. It's lucky that these guys don't start rock bottom. Otherwise you're going to get real close to the enemy. Okay. Now, the enemies I killed before, are they still dead? That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, I see you. I see you. Sneaky what's it. Okay. So there was that building. And there was a building bottom right. Let me just explore up to the top right first. Just make sure. Yeah, there's nothing up here. We're alright. Yeah, I'm going to sneak round to that bottom right. Because for all I know, that's it. That's all of the buildings. Oh no, there was one down below as well, wasn't there? So I've seen 3 buildings. Oh, this isn't good. That's okay. Yeah, I've seen 3 buildings, so that might be it. That might be a lot. Whoa, sneaky, sneaky. Hiding in the bushes. Oh, here's another one. Or is this the one I saw before? It might be, no. My memory isn't great. Let's give that one a little explodey fruit. And then pop down to the bottom and get that other one. And hopefully that's that. And then when we get back we can mourn the loss of Jules. Admiral Jules or whatever he was. Probably not an admiral. They don't tend to have admirals in the army, do they? Even if they did, I don't think they'd set them into the jungle. Admirals are the type to sit in their big posh ships, aren't they? Or maybe in the offices miles away from the action. Is that an enemy there? They're using camouflage, sir. Right. Don't shoot the grenades. Okay, now if you could all just stay in there for a moment. No, no, no. No, no, no. See, he's quite clever. He's not shooting the grenade. Cleverer than I was. Okay. There we go. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh. Why did you have to walk into the exploding roof, guys? Honestly, lemmings level of self-preservation, these guys. Okay, right, over the river. Oh, let's just hang here for a second. Look at this. Strategy and tactics. How about that? Napoleon, eat your heart out. Is it Sun Tzu who said, when your enemy is swimming in the river, stand on the bank and shoot them? I think it was. Oh, I'm going to get shot at here. Oh, no, he's decided to swim as well. Very foolish. Has he got a knife? If he hasn't got a knife, he's done for. Oh dear, oh dear. He obviously hasn't read Sun Tzu, has he? Eh? Okay, I'm hoping. That's your lot. That's your lot! Done it! And it only took 4 casualties. Oh dear. Alright, I'll tell you what, you've got a good impression of what the game's like there. I'll leave it there for now. Great game though. I mean, the flick screen scrolling, the horizontal flip. No, not good, not good. Not good at all. But it doesn't spoil the game. You know, coming from the Amiga version, it's a bit of a shock. But it's still really playable. Still a really good game. Let's see what the magazine said. Alright, so we got SD Review. They gave it 90%. The control system is a delightful element. Excuse me. It's very easy to use. The controls become so instinctive you hardly have to think about them, and that's so spot on. That's what's so far ahead of its time with this game, that interface. So simple, so simple. Superb graphics. One aspect that really stands out is the animation, such as huts exploding, scattering debris, and soldiers being shot show the attention to detail that has been paid by the creators. And that's one of the nice things about this kind of zoomed out approach with the small sprites, is that small sprites take up less memory, take up less CPU to move around, so you can do a bit more with them. So yeah, I can see what it means by the animations and stuff. That's good. What else do they say? It's one of the best titles to grace the ST for a long time. Highly original gameplay combined with a great strategy element. Here, SD Review. Pretty much hitting the nail on the head there. SD format liked it even more. They gave it 93%. And basically this whole review reads as a treatise on what makes Sensible Software so unbelievably awesome. They just wax lyrical about how awesome their games are. Let's see, what does it say? Yet again, Sensible Software have come up with a stunning new concept in video gaming. It talks about combining strategic wargaming with playability. What else does it say? The game introduces you to different aspects of the game gradually, so you don't run before you walk. And that's a good point, isn't it? We take that for granted with games these days. You know, ever since Super Mario World, where it first shows you how to jump subtly, and then it first shows you how to grab shells and chuck them at enemies subtly. You know, it's like that, isn't it? And it's the same is true with this game. You start with 2 geezers and you just move and shoot. Enemies don't seem to shoot back on that first phase, so you're just learning the game. But then it shows you, there's buildings. Enemies come out of these buildings. And yeah, then there's grenades. And obviously a bit later on you get rocket launchers, and you can split up your troops, and there's vehicles, and yeah, very good. What else do they say? One of the best games ever on other machines. It's here on the ST, and it's wonderful. Oh, and they say Pip's Frontier to the post as the best game of 1994. How about that? Pip's Frontier to the post. Yeah, that's interesting, because I'd seen this game listed as released in 1993, but both of these magazines are 1994 magazines. So perhaps it was released in 94 on the ST, a bit later than the Amiga version. Well, that would make it one of the last really commercial games on the ST. And another beauty. Another beauty. Alright guys, there you go. Thank you ever so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Please remember to leave a comment down below, and I'll see you again soon.